Hey everybody, today we're going to be looking at the best kills in each of the Chucky movies, minus the whole new Chucky TV show because we could make an entire video about that. We also will not be talking about Chucky 2019, because that movie's ass in my opinion. The movies we're going to be looking at includes Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, Curse of Chucky, Cult of Chucky. Personally, the Child's Play movies are one of my favorite franchises of all time. I have different opinions about one of the Chucky movies, but we won't talk about that. I'm assuming if you click the video, then you know the whole backstory of Chucky, so we're just going to go ahead and hop in the movies in order. Starting with the original 1988 Child's Play, this movie is an ultra classic where the main man himself, Charles Lee Ray, is shot by a police officer and does some weird voodoo magic and is transferred into a doll. The doll is later sold to a woman looking for a doll for a birthday present for her son, which is fair, but she bought it from a homeless man, and it was open, so I don't really know what was up with that. But let's forget about all her flaws. The best kill for sure is when Chucky takes out Mom's best friend and Andy's babysitter Maggie by completely throwing her out of the window. Continuing down the list, next up is Child's Play 2. While the Chucky kill in this movie is amazing, the best kill has to be when the worker comes along and is sliced by Chucky and gets his eye replaced. In Child's Play 3, you could say this is one of the more sad and uncalled for kills of the trilogy. In this movie, Chucky is remade because blood dripped into doll wax and somehow produced a swirl. Andy finds himself 8 years later at a military school because, well, he's gone a little crazy and is traumatized by what happened in the first two movies. Chucky later sends himself in the mail, but is hijacked by a kid that cannot be obsessed with how cool the doll is, leading to Chucky getting taken by an old officer and thrown away. Chucky then acts like a little kid to get a garbage man's attention, and as a good man that he is, he tries to get help and gets in the back of the garbage truck, and yeah, it becomes a straight up Indiana Jones trap. Bride of Chucky is a fan favorite in the horror community. It sparks a change in Chucky's appearance and gives him a smoking hot doll wife, I guess? Either way, this is one of my all-time favorite movies, and the kill is one of my favorites in the series. When the lead protagonists are on the run being blamed for Chucky's wrongdoings and end up at a wedding hall looking to get married even though they completely don't trust each other, thinking the other one was a murderer. After they get their honeymoon suite, a new swinger couple walks into the room, and after being turned down, the woman steals their wallet and leaves. But Tiffany wasn't having any of that. She follows him, and as the couple are laying on their bed, Tiffany throws a champagne bottle at the ceiling, which is a big mirror, leading to a whole lot of glass shards falling to impale the swingers. But the nail in the airbag isn't a bad kill either. Next up is Seed of Chucky, the last Chucky movie with a theatrical release. This movie continues Bride of Chucky because we pick up as there's a little killer baby doll killing a whole family until he goes to kill the daughter and is tricked and he pees himself as the girl laughs. But nope, he was dreaming he actually is captive in a cage and has to perform as a ventriloquist dummy named Shitface. You heard that right. And after their awesome show, he sees Chucky and Tiffany on the TV because they're making a movie about them? Yep, a whole Scream vibe going on. Anyways, he sees that Chucky has the same Made in China print, and that is enough for him to run away and go see his parents. And yep, the whole movie is a weird but awesome watch, with John Waters making an appearance. Speaking of John Waters, I think his kill was the absolute best, but Chucky's death is very close second. After Chucky sees John running away with the camera, they follow him, and as Chucky is coming from the ceiling Mission Impossible style, Glenn, or Shitface, yells out for his dad to stop, but just startles John and he falls back and acid falls from a shelf and gives us this awesome gross death. Curse of Chucky is trying to go back to its older roots in this movie, trying to be a bit scarier. Now, when I originally watched this movie, I wasn't the biggest fan, but after a few watches of the movie, I kinda came to enjoy it. This movie has the most gore in any Chucky movie, and the gore really comes into play with our kill. After making dinner, our protagonist serves her family guests and their priest, but Chucky poisoned one of the meals, and it's a big guess who game to see who dies. Spoiler alert, it's totally the priest. After realizing he doesn't really feel that good, the priest leaves, and that is when the priest dies from a poison-induced car crash and is decapitated. But sadly, I don't think I can really put that into a video because of guidelines, and I'm not too good at blurring stuff out. So just to be safe, here's a picture of a Pizza Hut somewhere. This being the last of the Marcini's Chuckies, he does a perfect mesh of cult and bride. In some parts of the movie, it is absolutely hilarious. In other moments, it's a gut-wrenching horror movie. I find this movie amazing because it has the original Andy all these years later. Plus, super dope that he has a Chucky's head behind a Child's Play 3 reference sweater. But in this movie, it takes place in a mental hospital where the same protagonist from Curse is being taught by a doctor that she's just a bit crazy, and imagine all the killing. And that sounds all good until Chucky comes and basically kills everyone and brings a few friends with him. The best kill for sure is when our protagonist stomps the doctor's head in. It's super gory, but I also don't think I can put that in the video, so here's a tumbleweed. If you don't know what a tumbleweed is, it's pretty good. Not the best, but it's pretty good.